What, due to experience, do you know not to fuck with? Intuition. If something feels wrong, stop. It doesn't matter if it's stepping out onto a snow-covered slope, pulling up to a sketchy gas station, or putting too small of a piece of wood in a table router. Listen when your brain tells you this is a bad idea. Water. Rivers. Current. I'm a fairly good swimmer, and I wanted to swim in a river where the current seemed really tame. Boy, was I wrong. Just small moving body of water dragged my poor body like a leaf in the wind. If someone at work tries to badmouth someone else and they ask you about what you think about that person, just keep your mouth shut. Fridays. In the IT world we call it read-only Friday. Don't change anything. Ladders. I worked in an ED at a major trauma center, and the number of otherwise healthy people who came in paralyzed or soon to be dead from falling off ladders was eye-opening. Not immediately washing and disinfecting an open wound. My health. Getting older, you rediscover all those old hurts. When I was 20, I hyperextended both elbows playing volleyball. 15 years later, my elbows started aching in the winter. Also my teeth. It falls under health, but not everyone thinks about the dentist when they think about health. If you are reading this, please floss. It's a small thing that can make a huge difference later. Trust me. Never trust a trench or a hole over your shoulders deep. You will die a horrible death. Yes, at the beach too. Mandolins. The kitchen gadgets, not instrument. Ticks. Trusting people's blinkers to mean they are turning. Vibrating logs in the forest. Don't investigate. Don't kick it. Don't throw things at it. It is always hornets. Meth. Ruined my life for a while and I had to fight tooth and nail to get it back. 18 months clean. For real, when you hear not to try meth, not even once, heed that warning. The pancreas. Waves. Newbie body surfer, misjudged a 6-foot wave and nearly drowned. Boulders covered with algae in mountain creeks do not equal water slides. Enraged drivers. When someone follows you in traffic and or antagonizes you for whatever stupid reason, don't think you can handle it on your own and don't wait for them to leave you alone. Call the police and let them handle it. And for the love of all that is holy, don't do anything back to piss them off even more. Electricity. Aggressive drivers. Just let them go. Dudes with cauliflower ears. Heat. Your sanity is the first thing to go in heat stroke. You aren't even aware anything is wrong. You just know you're pissed, there's a weird buzzing sensation in your head chest, and the world doesn't feel right. And then you're a zombie looking for anything to cool off with, and shortly after that, you're unconscious. It escalated too quickly for half a dozen rational adults to notice before exhaustion set in. Heat will kill you quicker than you think. The ocean or any body of water, really. Cows. Grew up on a cattle farm. They can run faster than you think and can hit you so hard that you fly out of your shoes. Garage door springs. Pay a professional to mess with that shit. The HR frequent flyer. It doesn't matter if you didn't do anything wrong, they will still make your work life unbearably annoying if you dare upset them. A commercial dishwasher that has tape over the power button. I time traveled to the other side of the room. Cat bites. I love cats, but got bit by one once. Spent 3 days in the hospital and there were talks of amputating 2 of my fingers and maybe 1 too of another finger. Had intents for antibiotics and came out fine, but was scary for a couple days. The IRS. A falling KitchenAid mixer. Bed bugs. You can't treat those motherfuckers by yourself. You need a professional to treat that shit. Medical screening. Get the mammogram annually, get the colonoscopy on whatever schedule you are on. I missed my 2016 mammo. In 2017 I was fine. In 2018 I had breast cancer. Had I missed 2018 instead of 2016, I'd likely be dead now. You ever slide down a staircase on a pillow or a mattress? 10 Wyoming thought going down headfirst inside a sleeping bag was a great way to up the rush. Turns out, going into shock is not fun. Having allergies and very bad asthma. Concerts. Ear protection is massively underestimated and the ear damage is permanent. Hikes in the Arizona summer. Student loans. Only take what you need. Don't get the "oh, I'll pay this later" attitude. It will come back to bite you, and the loan companies are relentless. No one teaches a 17-18-year-old kid about student loans and long-term consequences. As an ER nurse, the answer is meth. Excessive heat. If the temperatures are above 90, catch me inside. Paracetamol. In one of the dumbest moments of my life, I misread 50 milligrams when it was 500 milligrams, took far too much. Long story short, almost a week in hospital. Nap time. I teach swim lessons, so I'm often with the toddler and preschool set. One of the first questions I ask now when arranging a meeting time is whether the kid still naps. Yes. Great, we're gonna avoid that time and like 30 minutes before and after it. Trust. Fireworks. They're fun, but I've personally witnessed way too many things go wrong with them to feel safe doing shit with them myself. Electroboom taught me not to fuck with the power supply in a microwave. Dude made a Jacob's ladder using one and it fell over. He said it was the only time he seriously got scared. People who have nothing to lose. When you're riding your bicycle down a hill, don't stick your foot into the front spokes. Mental health. Take care of your emotional state, ladies and gents. Don't let go of yourself. It's never too late to get help. Living in misery actually isn't actually normal. Sometimes we just need a bit of help to get to a better place. Never trust a fart when your belly's been talking eyes. Fentanyl. Camels. Using Tiger Balm Bengay, not washing hands then taking a piss. Yeeth ain't gonna do that again, ever. Edit. And to make it worse, I bet not one person in here ever had anyone tell them to make sure you wash your hands right after applying, like wash them 3 or 4 times. It's like a rite of passage everyone keeps to themselves. Canada geese. HR. They are not your friends. Stairs. They are deadly as hell. Those motherfuckers will kill you. Use guardrails. My 68-year-old dad lives on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex and I am terrified he is going to fall. I have fallen down my stairs and my husband fell down while holding our newborn. Don't mess around going downstairs. Mother Nature. You gonna beat that flood, that fire, that earthquake, that tornado? Sure you are. The sea in a storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentle man. Nepo babies in the workplace. Any food that tastes slightly off at first bite. No matter what it is or how good it is, the food poisoning is not worth it. Former high school wrestlers. Those who brag at how good they were at wrestling, did it for 4 years. They can be super old, out of shape looking, but as soon as you start messing with them, you're on your back and disabled. See a cauliflower ear, step away. During my time working in an emergency department ED at a prominent trauma center, I was truly struck by the alarming frequency of individuals with no prior health issues arriving with paralysis or life-threatening conditions after falling from ladders. This experience shed light on the gravity of ladder-related accidents and their potential for catastrophic outcomes. Deep water. Almost drowned in a scuba diving accident back in 2010, but thanks to the quick thinking appropriate actions of my hubby who was right there with me, I lived to type this comment today. Drinking lighter fluid. Took a big swig when my parents weren't looking when I was a toddler. I'm told I had flatlined twice. Not gonna try that again. Depression. Spinning machinery. The ocean. It does not care. Chemicals, I mean things like acetone stuff. Worked with a few. There's what they can do to you, what they can do to the environment, to consider.